mouth has taken over the airwaves, and his boys have taken the basketball world by storm. We saw it firsthand. So we're giving you an inside look at the family that people just can't stop talking about.
They the ball boys, which is the new breed. Here we come.
Lonzo.
Ball steps back, long three.
LiAngelo.
Jello is officially on fire.
LaMelo.
The young man scored 92 points.
While the younger boys put Chino Hills High School on the map, UCLA's Lonzo is expected to be one of the top picks in the draft.
I assume, sooner or later the attention was going to pick up.
Oh, the attention has picked up. And if you don't know about the kids, you definitely know about their dad.
I never shut my mouth. That's what God gave me a mouth to do, talk. So I can say what I want. I told them since they was babies, somebody got to be better than Jordan. Why not you?
LaMelo took that to heart. His goal?
Go to the NBA and be the best to ever play.
Go around here on the screen. There it is. You got to go.
They've been groomed for this. Lavar personally trained them over hundreds of thousands of hours in this Chino Hills backyard. Did he really think one day his boys would be in the NBA?
I didn't think that. I knew it. I know all this is supposed to happen. All you guys on the outside are shocked. But there's a plan I had a long time ago.
Last year, the plan went to perfection. The Ball brothers led Chino Hills to a state championship, 35-0. This year they fell short, and Lavar points the finger directly at Coach Stephen Gilling.
Gilling can't coach. I thought he was on our team, so he started doing things his way. When he started doing things his way, that's when they start losing. I'm not going to be under the covers. My boys don't want to play for him. I thought he was with us.
Lavar expects Chino Hills to have a new coach next season. It would be the school's third in 3 years. Lavar also expects a little credit.
You guys wouldn't even be in the situation if it wasn't for the ball boys. Nobody would be around him. If the ball boys and Eli don't play, nobody's coming to the game.
Eli is Eli Scott. Lavar trained him too. Now he has a scholarship to play at Loyola Marymount.
Strong, 5'3". Big E, that's what I'm talking about, boy.
His fingerprints are everywhere. So for anyone that says he's controlling the program.
Look at it. I'm making the kids better. I'll bring them a system. I'll bring my boys. Yeah, I am controlling it.
He's also controlling the message.
I'm going to tell you right now, he's better than Steph Curry to me.
He said some outlandish things that could put pressure on the kids.
I have my own opinion. I'm going to say whatever the heck I want, and can't nobody stop me.
There's been no stopping him or his mouth over the past few weeks. Says he'll keep talking even when Lonzo's in the NBA.
Yeah, that's normal for me. Y'all just now seeing it because you got a camera in front of his face. But it's been like this my whole life. So it's nothing different for me. So when I see it, I don't pay it much mind.
People don't understand, and they say, well, Lavar's living through his son. No, I'm living through myself. I don't need them to breathe for me. I don't need my boys are not taking care of me. I can take care of myself.
And he has a plan to take care of them. Lavar created Big Baller brand. He wears it everywhere he goes. So do the boys. And with their own brand, Lavar thinks he can get his boys a $1 billion shoe deal.
What I am going to do is build wealth around them that's not been seen. Like I tell my boys, do what you do on the court, and I'll take care of your stuff off the court.
Is he trying to capitalize? Sure. But whether you like it or not, the boys say they're all in this together.
I don't really care what anybody think about my family. I know who they are, they know who I am, and we can move on from there.
Like he said, we know who each other are. I'm not worried about what people think.
Bottom line is, whether they don't do anything in life, they don't have to do nothing. They can just stop right now and say, and I'll take care of them. Whatever happens, you might be 50 and everything go bad for you. I got you. As long as I'm here, I got my boys.
Well, Lavar said he intends on making sure his grandkids are trust fund babies, and for anybody bothered about him running his mouth, Lavar said there's plenty worse out there than a dad talking up his kids. We bring back our contributors, Jay Woodfin, A. Martinez. Jay, after seeing that, what is your feeling about Lavar and his boys?
My feeling is that, at least where I come from, there's a saying, don't let your mouth write a check that your butt can't cash. And unfortunately, this dude's mouth is writing a ton of checks that LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo are going to have to find a way to cash. And that is unfair. Now, do I think this dude is a loving father and that he has his kids back? 100%. Now, here's the problem with all of this. Until I talked to my boy Daryl Pittman, he hit me on Facebook and told me, you need to stop hating on Lonzo. And I said, why? I don't like him. He said, why? I don't know. I realize his father is making me hate this kid. I'm rooting for this kid to fail, and I don't even know this kid. Turns out Lonzo Ball is a great kid. A very quiet, very unselfish, great player. I didn't even like the kid before I watched him play. That's what he's doing to his children. He's hurting them before they ever even get a chance to prove themselves. He's setting them up for grown men already licking their chops. Can't wait for this kid to get into the league. That's what he's doing. And unfortunately, whatever success that they may have had, he's going to limit it because they're not going to get the opportunities that they should have to freely play basketball.
That's actually the most I've ever seen Lonzo speak right there in that piece that you saw. He just doesn't talk too much. But here's what I see. I see a loving father who is seeing a system that is set to exploit his sons and taking advantage of that system, grabbing that system by the throat and saying, no, if anybody's going to make money off of this, it's going to be us, our family, and as you said, Fred, his grandkids eventually as trust babies for this entire system that is really made to exploit teenagers.
Look, after seeing this, it's clear that Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo are all in on this with Lavar. They understand what the end game is. They are actually seeing a successful plan being put into place because all of us idiots are biting. We're all paying Lavar's bills right now because he's on every show that has a camera in front of it. Big baller brand, whatever that is, I never heard of it before this last 2-3 months. Yeah. Now I know what it is. He's doing something that even though it's making him very uncomfortable, because he is, and even though it makes his family and friends very uncomfortable, it might end up being a successful plan.
Tell you, it's a very interesting story. You have a father trying to do what's best for his kids, but I think there is a perception that he is doing it on the backs of his kids. I mean, he said he'll take care of everybody, but to build this empire, he's doing it on the backs of his kids, and it's his kids that have to perform.
But he's absorbing all the blows, too. I mean, look, he was on with Stephen A. Smith. Everyone that is throwing shade their way, it's Lavar that's absorbing it all. His sons are actually just doing what they're doing, is playing basketball, being kids.
Now he's absorbing the blows. But when he first started talking, people were looking at Lonzo Ball like, oh, he's got to be the same way. He's got to be a loudmouth. And because his style of play was flashy, because he came from a system where he had the ultimate green light and was shooting from half court, you could kind of make the perceptive call that this whole family's like this. LaVar Ball is kind of working their way out of this by making himself the culprit. Right. He's making himself the scapegoat.
And I agree with that.
So if he's going to do this, he needs to continue to go as far as he's going or even further.
By the way, LaVar, if you want to add an A to the big baller brand, right here.